Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. We'll get rolling here in just a second after I make sure the stream is coming through all right. Hope you're having a great Sunday afternoon. Looks like YouTube's good. Feel free to interact in the chat. I also appreciate your indulgence in the afternoon break time instead of evening. I know it kind of throws a kink in regular routine if you buy in every week. So appreciate you indulging me there. We've got a got a big feast at our with our church this evening, and I didn't want to feel rushed in case we ran long. Um, so appreciate that. What's up, Skip? Hey, Michael. Good to see y'all in the chat. Well, good. I'm glad you like it, Skip. Yeah, I'm sure that it's more convenient for some people, even if it's a break from what we usually do. All right, looks good on YouTube as well. I mean, on Facebook as well as YouTube, so good to go here. We do have two breaks up today. We've got the post-war graded card mixer, so 100 graded cards ranging from 1949 to 1971. Um, every spot gets a card. 40 Hall of Famers represented in that 100 card group, but every card is graded, so good fun there, as well as a 1976 Topps basketball set break. So we'll do those in that order. I do appreciate everybody who bought in, so we'll get rolling here. I'll do a quick overview, and then we'll get started. So up first is that post-war mixer break. You can see here we've got the full hits, well, the biggest hits listed first on that listing, and then the full checklist, which is what we'll use for our purposes for the break. We do use random.org's list randomizer, list and more list randomizer for all our randomization purposes. But as I said, every spot gets a card. So however many spots you bought, that's how many times your name's in this list. I think we had 84 or so unique participants before I opened that up to, or maybe it was 85, before I opened that up to additional purchases. So those went pretty fast once I sent out that email. Lots of you were excited to hop in and grab a few extra spots, so I appreciate that. But we did start out with a limit of one, and then we opened that up. But as I said, we got that same checklist right here, so we'll put the list of names into the randomizer. We'll randomize it a number of times we'll determine here shortly, and then we'll post up that randomized list of names right next to this checklist. So whoever's name comes out of the randomizer in spot number 1 gets Sam Chapman, the 49 Bowman. Whoever's name comes out in, well, now hold on. Is this my right checklist? I thought I had it in year order, but that doesn't look right. Let's see, we had it here. Okay, yeah, so that is out of order, but as I said, we'll use this one. So copy, paste, delete those. Okay, now that's in order. So whoever's number 1 still Sam Chapman, but yeah, number 8 there's Willie Mays, number 9 Mickey Mantle, and so on. Now since there are only 100 cards, I will scroll through slow enough where we can see every hit, but I'll only read and show out a few dozen here that I've pulled. There are 40 Hall of Famers represented in this 100 card checklist, so I won't even show all of those, I don't believe. I think there are a few of those that I did not pull out, but still cool cards all around. Every card's graded, and they're even a few duds that get a bonus. I don't know if you read the checklist and noticed. So if you hit, 29 Jerry Lynch, that's a dud. I'm going to include a $20 break credit along with that. I think there were about 10 duds in there. So fair enough. Yeah. Well, it's they went real quick once I opened that up. So those people were excited to get in on those spots. So, but anyways, I think the worst 10 cards in the break, I put a dud break credit of $20 on there. So really nice balanced break overall. All right, without any further ado, let's get started. We'll randomize this list somewhere between 4 and 8 times. So if the third number in the chat will be how many times we randomize this list of names. So if I could get 3 numbers, at least 3 people put numbers in the chat between or including 4 and 8, it's that third one will be how many times we randomize our list. While we're waiting on those to roll through, congrats to Shimazukawa on Twitter for winning that free spot in this one. Every break we do that's got 100 spots or more, we do give away a free spot in those. So make sure you get in those free spot giveaways on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Burl Sports, and all 3 places. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Appreciate it, guys, for those numbers in the chat. 6 is what we'll use for this random, and then 7 is what that fourth number is what we'll use for the 76 break. So 6 randoms on this one. And the one caveat to doing afternoon breaks is I cannot guarantee that my kids aren't going to run in and interrupt me. So um, just throwing that out there. I heard them run by my office window, that's why I said that. All right, so we got our list here. I'll make that a little smaller. All right. So again, randomizing this one 6 times. Good luck, everybody. Here is 1. Here's 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we've got Jeff Williams on top, James Brandt on bottom. All right, we'll adjust our window size here so I can still see the new chats that are rolling in and make it a little bigger so everybody can see. All right. All right, first card we'll look at is actually the second card in the break. Jake Gebhardt gets the 49 Bowman Al Evans. So that's a PSA 7, really gorgeous example. Fantastic card. I'm going to make this always looks different when, yeah, I'm going to add borders here. That way that's a little easier to read. Okay. Next hit we'll look at actually 50 is on up to 1954. Ted Williams, PSA 3 with a mark going to Jeremy Marquin. So nice card number 1, Ted Williams with the orange background there. Then next up is 54 Bowman, Willie Mays, PSA 2 going to William Bender. A nice PSA 2 example there on the maze. Means Mick is next. Going to James Lee. SGC Authentic. You can see there the pretty extreme wear on the 54 Bowman. So nice card there for you, James. Adding an early career Mickey to the collection. Let's see. Got a few more Bowmans here. Didn't pull any of these. Of course, Red Shane Deans is a Hall of Famer, even though we're not looking at him. Killebrew rookie. SGC 5 going to Craig Zimprich. Really gorgeous example here. More recent SGC submission, at least since they swapped over to the new labels. So, very nice example there. All right. 56 Clemente. Whiteback goes to David Engdahl. SGC 2. On the 56 Clemente. And 56 Koufax is next. This one is an SGC 3. Oh, that's our free spot. So nice hit there for the free spot. Shimazakawa taking home the SGC 3 Koufax. Again, 3 ways to enter those giveaways. Somebody's going to win. You might as well enter in all 3 places. Only one winner across all 3 platforms. So Twitter tends to have more entries simply because resharing is, retweeting, replying is pretty straightforward and not difficult to do. But so more entries on Twitter usually means more winners from Twitter. So make sure you get in on that. But Instagram and Facebook also alternate ways to enter. So just because you enter in one doesn't mean you can't enter in the others. Enter in all 3 places, you get 3 shots at it. Ted Williams, 1957 Topps, PSA 3.5. Going to Cole Sichley. So really nice, clean presentation. Little surface impression here, which is the reason for the downgrade. But it's one of those first glance 5 or 6s that's got a lower technical grade. But looks like it is accurate. Next hit looking at is Brooks Robinson. Going to Roy Grossbeck. 58 Robinson, of course. Talked about this last week when we did the 58 set break. This one is a 4.5, but with kind of half open mouth. Not the best picture. One of my favorite cards on the planet because of it. Let's see a few more 58s there. 58 Mantle All-Star. Going to Craig Zimprich. So SGC 3 there on the Mantle All-Star. Several 59 Topps is the most represented issue in this collection. Definitely a few Hall of Famers in there as well. We got Duke Snider, PSA 4, going to Dennis Peabody. Looking at the Enos Slaughter next. There he is. Going to Gordon Sampson. So there's the Slaughter PSA 6. We got the Destruction Crew going to Jared Houston, PSA 4, with Minoso, Calavito, and Dobie. Yogi Berra goes to Troy Golombisky, PSA 2 here on the Berra. I could make this a little smaller and this a little bigger. That way it's a little easier to read. Okay. See a few duds through here. All right, next hit we're looking at is Frank Robinson. This is our only CSG graded card in the break. CSG 6.5. Of course, CSG is relatively new to sports card grading, but they've been grading comics for a while, so this one is a particularly nice example of Frank Robinson. And here he falls, going to Matthew Heidel. So nice EX Mint example there on the Frank. One of my favorite Frank Robinson cards. CSG did just launch some new labels because lots of people didn't like their existing labels, so we'll see how that helps them out in terms of popularity. 439 in the 59 top set is Brooks Robinson. So he's going to Joseph Cerullo. One of the higher grade cards in this break is there are a few near mint to mint, 8 rated cards, 61 checklists. Checklists are cool when you get them this high grade because, you know, lots of them got marked and whatnot. So always fun to see higher grade checklists. This one's a 61 tops, going to Derek Peaster. Let's see, we've got taken a couple I hadn't taken out of their graded card sleeves yet. We've got AL home run leaders from 61 featuring Mick. Going to Zachary Nelson, of course. Maris ends up being your home run leader in 1961, was breaking Babe Ruth's record. Oh, I can't believe I didn't pull the Klazuski here. He's a cool one because he's also an 8. Let me grab him real quick because he's just right over here. Going to Dustin Norton. Really gorgeous card on the Klazuski. Beckett 8, so you don't see those super high grade vintage in Beckett very often, but you get some different colored borders there for the BVG. Kind of a bronzish finish, but cool card. Right, let me move some of these out of the way as we got just as many hits to look at here over the course of the last quarter of the break. Lots of Hall of Famers through this stretch. Ed Matthews is 1. Going to Joe Felice. Beckett 3 here on the 61 Matthews. And 61 Ford. He's a PSA 4. He's going to Michael Sardone. Then 61 Topps Mantle. Goes to Leroy David, SGC 2. Nice image, a little surface foxing and a wrinkle there. Contribute to the grade, but nice looking SGC2 nonetheless. Koufax, also 61. PSA 4. Going to Taylor Napier. I didn't scan a lot of the Mickey Mantles in this because there were like a dozen of them. But I think I only put 3 scans in the break listing, but nice little run of Mantles here in the 60s. So 62 Mantles, the next hit we'll look at. Going to Todd Blumke. There you go, Todd. Taking home that Mick. Then we've got the 62 Post Mantle going to Aaron Duff. Authentic here. Got the Life magazine ad back. Of course, all these cards were hand cut. Even though, okay, it says it's the Life magazine hand back, but looks like Post to me. So maybe a little mislabel there by Beckett, but regardless, 62 Post Mantle, cool card. '63 Fleer Mays going to Craig Zemprich, SGC Authentic on this one. Really nice example there of Willie. And a 64 Topps Mantle goes to Yaron Beicher. SGC 1. Then a 65 Mantle. It's the next hit. SGC Authentic going to Matt Pottle. Let's see. Got the 66 Mantle. Goes to Gerard. And 67 Mantle goes to Wesley Sanchez. And 68 Mantle goes to Steve Hathaway. And then actually I have a few cards out of year order apparently. So Forgive me as I hop around years for a minute, but let's see. So we got some of the 65 embossed. So I only pulled 2 of those to show. Um, actually have 2 Ron Santos. I'd have to go look at my other checklist to see which one goes which, but they're both PSA 6s. So Derek and Liam are getting those, getting one of each of those. So embossed, really condition sensitive because kind of the gold foil of the thickness of the cards and the embossing. So cool cards. I love that little set. I also got a Bob Gibson going to Gregory Plotkin. So Gibson, PSA 5, same set. All right, then we've got Nolan Ryan, rookie card. Going to Chris Marzullo. Oops, that's the bench. The Ryan's up here. Marzullo getting the SGC2 Nolan Kuzman rookie. There you have it, Chris. So nice hit. And the Johnny Bench goes to Michael Orzechowski. This one's an SGC4. Then 68, Roger Maris goes to Nicholas Plante. PSA 5 here on Maris. Rod Carew's a nice hit as well. He's going to Ryan Kepke. So PSA 6 here on the Carew All-Star. Of course, second year Carew. Just a few last 3 cards are all hits. We got Mantle for 69 going to Charlie Bailey. And then we got a Decal Edge Maze going to Mark Witowski. So always a cool little subset, or a cool insert set as well with the Decal Edge. Beckett 6.5 here on Maze. And then card number 100, Thurman Munson, goes to James Brandt. So congrats to those of you who hit it big on this one. Got some nice Hall of Famers to add to your collection. Hope that those of you who hit commons, can add those to sets or use as trade bait with somebody who does build those sets. Get these sorted and shipped out over the next few days. I will post up this list as soon as the broadcast is over today, and then email out a link to that as well as post it on social media. But up next, we've got the 76 Topps basketball set break. So good fun on these guys. Get this other list up, and again, as we decided earlier, we'll randomize this one 7 times. Right. So congrats to Tweeting Bird for winning that free spot. Again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Burl Sports in all 3 locations. Get in on those giveaways. All right, we'll get a new random window open. And randomizing this one 7. So good luck, everybody. Every spot gets a card. 144 card checklist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we got Jeremy on top. We got Gordon on bottom. Make that a little bigger. Right. The Dr. J goes to Jeremy Marquand. So here is the Dr. J. Fantastic card. Of course, these are oversized cards. Wes Unseld's the next hit. We won't read every hit in the break. Picked out a couple dozen hits for us to show. Here's Wes Unseld. Overall, this set ranged from good to EX Mint with a few creases throughout, for those good cards, but overall average VG EX. So in Unseld, here's one of the nicer cards in the break. It's a nice hit there for you, Chris. Bob Lanier going to Derek Peaster, card number 10. Nate Archibald is card number 20. Goes to Michael Sardone. Artis Gilmore, center for the Bulls. Number 25 goes to Kevin Fiedler. Dave Cowens for the Celtics goes to William Bender. Celtics were NBA champs in '76. Bill Bradley's our next hit. Going to Aaron Duff. Calvin Murphy for Houston, going to John Storms. Got Rick Barry, card number 50. Goes to Kevin Young. Bill Walton's 57. Goes to Michael Glumack. Pistol Pete Maravich going to William Bender. Walt Frazier, 64, goes to Jeremy Marquand. George, the Iceman, Gervin, card number 68, going to Randall Smith. Hop on up a little ways, just with Phil Jackson, card number 77, going to Randall Smith. Of course, I am skipping a couple of Hall of Famers. Guys like Dave Bing is a Hall of Famer. George McInnes. So just because I don't read a card, there are some Hall of Famers through here that I'm not calling out. Havlicek, card number 90. goes to Randall Smith. ISIL goes to Derek Peaster. Earl Monroe, 98, going to Kevin Fiedler. Now your MVP for the 76 season is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Card number 100 goes to Michael Newman. Moses Malone, going to Randall Smith. David Thompson, rookie card here. Number 1 overall pick. Goes to Gordon Sampson. JoJo White, 115, goes to Kevin Fiedler. JoJo was the finals MVP for Boston in that championship run. There's that free spot coming up, number 114, Bobby Smith, going to Tweeting Bird on Twitter. Elvin Hayes, going to Kelly Engel. Jerry Sloan, 123, goes to Gregory Plotkin. And jumping all the way up to our All-Star cards. So 126 goes to Kenneth Barnes. That is the Kareem first team All-Star. Dr. J going to Kelly Engel. Also first team All-Star. George McGinnis, I didn't show his regular card. Here's his All-Star. Goes to Jeremy Mariquin. And Archibald goes to Kevin Fiedler. Still first team here. Pete Maravich, Kenneth Barnes. Dave Cowens goes to Derek Peaster. Second team All-Star there for Cowens. Of course, all these guys are All-Stars inevitably. So Rick Barry goes to Gordon Sampson. Elvin Hayes goes to Gregory Plotkin. And then the last hit we'll look at is card 140, Bob McAdoo, who led the league in scoring in 75-76 season. I guess I've been talking about the 76 stats. I just realized I pulled up the 75-76 season. So, you know, sets are always retrospective. So, coming off those things, if you will. There's McAdoo going to Aaron Duff. There's the end with Bobby Jones going to Gordon Sampson. All right. So that does it for the breaks for today. Got a cool pre-war mixer break coming up. I'll show you a few feature cards of it real quick. If you've hung around this long, you deserve a prize of some sort. So how about a sneak peek of some of the hits from next week's pre-war mixer? Got a MP and Company 1949 Joe DiMaggio PSA 1. So that's a cool one you don't see very often. Then a T207, Bresnahan, PSA 3. Diamond Stars, Hank Greenberg, SGC1. You can see some writing on it, but hey, it's still a Greenberg from the 30s. And then got a Bulgaria Sport Babe Ruth PSA 5 with Max Schmeling. There you have it. So those are kind of a 4 big cards with a variety of other cards to fill out. There'll be a few more Hall of Famers as well. So keep an eye out for that. Don't have a full checklist yet, so I don't have a price yet either. But that'll be a fun one. Throw up a box break, maybe a pack break to go with it. But yeah, that's all I got for today's broadcast. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. Here in West Tennessee, weather is gorgeous. About to get outside and get some yard work done with the kiddos. And we'll get results posted up here in just a minute so you can go back and reference those if you like. But appreciate all of you. This